Screen curtain off. 3:07 p.m. G keynote. Numbers, clips, apples, pages, audio game, Red Riding Hood. Button, Red Riding Hood, Play Store, info, button, Play Store, button, back, button, double tap to select. Play is red. Button, back, button, double tap to select.
There was a little girl who lived on the edge of a forest. Her name was Amelia, but no one ever called her that. Instead, she was known as Red Riding Hood for the hooded riding cloak she always wore. This day, Red Riding Hood was very excited because she was allowed to go into the woods by herself. Her grandmother had been sick for a while, and Red's mother wanted her to take some food to the old lady in case she wasn't well enough to look after herself.
You're a good girl, Amelia.
Red, Mother. Call me Red Riding Hood.
You're a good girl, Amelia. I don't like letting you go into the woods by yourself, but I'm worried about your grandmother, and I have to look after the other children. Now promise me you'll stay on the path and not leave it for any reason.
I promise, Mother.
Good. There are rumours of a big bad wolf in the forest, and other dangers too. But if you stay on the path and go straight there and back, you'll be fine.
Yes, Mother.
Here's the basket with the food. Oh, her favourite things. Ham, cheese, bread, and a little packet of pepper. Your grandmother's very fond of pepper.
Red Riding Hood kissed her mother and set off down the trail. At first, she skipped happily, but after a while the basket started to feel heavy. She set it down for a rest. As she looked at the food, she realized how hungry she was herself. If she ate a little, the basket would be lighter, and her grandmother wouldn't miss it because she wouldn't know how much was there to start with. What should she do?
Eat some of the food. Take the food to Grandma.
Settings. Red Riding Hood. Eat some of the food. Take the food to Grandma.
Red Riding Hood was cross with herself. Her grandma was sick and needed good food. She shouldn't have even thought of eating it herself. She picked up the basket and carried on down the path.
Hello, little girl.
Oh, you startled me.
And what's your name, my pretty one?
I can't tell you. My mother said I shouldn't talk to strangers.
And good advice that is too. Did she tell you anything else?
She said that there was a big bad wolf living in the woods.
She's right. So it's lucky that you met me. I'm the big good wolf. And while I'm around, the big bad wolf doesn't dare show his face.
Please let me pass, Mr. Wolf. I have to visit my grandmother. She is not feeling well.
Well then, I think you should take her some flowers. That would make her feel better. There are some beautiful flowers just a little way off the path in that direction.
I can't. Mother said I must stick to the path.
Didn't she also tell you not to annoy big bad wolves?
I thought you were the big good wolf.
Yes, of course. But it wouldn't take long, and the flowers would please your grandmother so much.
Go and pick flowers. Refuse to pick flowers.
Pause button. Checkpoint. Fast forward. Fast button. Fast button. Fast button. Go and pick flowers. Back. Go and pick rewind button. Rewind button. Pause button. Checkpoint. Fast button. Fast check. Pause. Rewind. Refuse to pick. Go and pick. Refuse to pick flowers.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf. I'm sure you mean well, but Mother said I must stick to the path, so that's what I'm going to do.
Well, if you don't want your grandma to be happy, that's your choice. I'll be on my way.
The wolf ran off down the path in the direction of Grandma's house. Red Riding Hood was uneasy, so she walked more quickly. She soon arrived at her grandmother's cottage. It looked just as she remembered. Whitewashed walls, pretty blue window frames, flowers in pots outside. But something was wrong. It was quiet. Too quiet. Where was the birdsong? Where was her grandma's happy humming as she made her jam? Red Riding Hood swallowed nervously and knocked on the door.
Come in, my dear.
That's odd.
Thought Red Riding Hood.
Grandma must have a cold. She sounds very hoarse.
When the door swung open and she stepped inside, things seemed even more odd. Grandma was wearing her usual floral dress with a frilly bonnet tied round her head. But her nose had grown surprisingly long. Her eyes were dark and fierce. Her breath smelt of meat instead of strawberries, and she had clearly forgotten to shave.
Hello, Grandma.
Hello, my dear. Do come in. Oh, a basket. Is it for me? Do let me see what's in it.
Ask Grandma about her ears. Ask
Grandma about her ears.
Ask Grandma what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with.
Ask Grandma about her arms.
Ask Grandma about her arms.
teeth. Grandma, what big arms you have.
All the better to hug you with.
Ask Grandma about her teeth.
Ask Grandma about her teeth.
Grandma, what big teeth you have.
All the better to eat you with. Ah!
The wolf tore off the clothes and leapt at Red Riding Hood. She only had a second to decide what to do.
Run away. Throw pepper at the wolf.
Throw pepper at the wolf. Run away. Throw pepper at the wolf.
Red Riding Hood dodged out of the way and rolled sideways. Scrabbling in the basket, she found the packet of pepper. She tore a hole in the side and threw it just as the wolf dived at her again. The wolf was no longer interested in Red Riding Hood. His eyes were streaming with tears and he was sneezing continuously. He appeared to be choking. Then he gave the biggest sneeze of all, and Grandma flew out of his mouth. The wolf raced out the door, still crying and sneezing. Red Riding Hood stared at her grandmother, lying on the floor. She quickly wiped the wolf goo from Grandma's face. There was a very slight movement in the old lady's chest, but as Red Riding Hood watched, the movement stopped. In desperation, she picked up some of the spilled pepper and sprinkled it under Grandma's nose. There was an agonizing pause. And then her grandmother sneezed loudly and began to breathe again. Red Riding Hood breathed a huge sigh of relief. When Grandma had recovered a bit, she fed her the ham, cheese, and bread. Grandma was so grateful she didn't even complain that there was no pepper to go with it. The end.
Rewind. 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 Pause button. Checkpoint. Fast forward. Fast button. Check pause. Rewind button. The end. Red Riding Hood. Setting button. Back button. Info button. Set share but checkpoint button. Double tap play store button. Share button. Double tap to select play as button. Back button. Play as button. Play as button. Back button. Play as button. Double tap play as button. Play as button. Play as button. Double tap to back button. Back button. Double tap to select.
That was nice. It's always lovely to have a little old lady for lunch. I'm feeling quite full now, but that doesn't mean I couldn't eat a bit more if the opportunity presented itself. In fact, a little girl for dessert would go down nicely. I suppose I'd better prepare myself a bit. Red Riding Hood wasn't far away when I passed her, so she could be here soon. She's hardly going to just walk in if a big bad wolf answers the door. And I'm too full to chase after her. I know. I'll disguise myself. I'll dress up as Grandma, and then she'll just walk right in. I know. Even dressed up, I'm still going to look like a wolf. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Red Riding Hood's not that bright. I think if she sees her grandmother's dress and bonnet, she'll just walk right in. Besides, I quite like the chance to dress up in women's clothes every so often. Ooh, so what do we have? Looks like the only choices are green or blue. To be honest, I don't think either of them is really going to go with my fur. But one has to make sacrifices sometimes. Green it is. Come in, my dear.
Hello? Grandma?
Oh, bother this conscience. I'm having some doubts now. I do want to fit in. And in the nicer parts of society, eating grannies and little girls is considered to be quite bad manners. Maybe I should confess. Confess that you're a wolf. Go ahead and eat her.
Settings. Big bad wolf. Set back button. Set big can go ahead and eat her. Confess that you're a wolf.
Red Riding Hood, I'm afraid I have something to confess to you. I'm not really your grandmother. I'm actually a big bad wolf dressed up as your grandmother.
So, that explains the beard. I thought you had got a little hairy, but I didn't like to say. Wait a minute, what happened to Grandma?
Well, that is, we, I don't really know how to put this.
Just spit it out.
Well, that's the point. I'm not sure I can.
Not sure you can what?
Spit her out.
Spit her out? You ate Grandma?
Well, yes.
You're a very naughty boy indeed, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, we'll just have to get her back. Ooh, yuck. That means I have to stick my fingers down your throat.
Oh, my great goodness. Oh,
Grandma, thank goodness you're all right. Now, I'm still cross with you for eating my grandma. But it turned out all right in the end. And you did the right thing by telling me what you'd done. So, if you promise not to eat any more people, I'll give you a tummy rub.
Oh, that worked out well. I do like having my tummy rubbed.
The end.
The end. Back. Button. Double tap to select. Play story. Back. Button. Play as button. Double play as button. Back. Play as button. Double play as button. Back. Back button. Double tap to select.
That was nice. It's always lovely to have a little old lady for lunch. I'm feeling quite full now, but that doesn't mean I couldn't eat a bit more if the opportunity presented itself. In fact, a little girl for dessert would go down nicely. I suppose I'd better prepare myself a bit. Red Riding Hood wasn't far away when I passed her, so she could be here soon. She's hardly going to just walk in if a big bad wolf answers the door. And I'm too full to chase after her. I know. I'll disguise myself. I'll dress up as Grandma, and then she'll just walk right in. I know. Even dressed up, I'm still going to look like a wolf. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Red Riding Hood's not that bright. I think if she sees her grandmother's dress and bonnet, she'll just walk right in. Besides, I quite like the chance to dress up in women's clothes every so often. Ooh, so what do we have? Looks like the only choices are green or blue. To be honest, I don't think either of them is really going to go with my fur. But one has to make sacrifices sometimes. Green it is. Come in, my dear.
Hello? Grandma?
Oh, bother this conscience. I'm having some doubts now. I do want to fit in. And in the nicer parts of society, eating grannies and little girls is considered to be quite bad manners. Maybe I should confess. Confess that you're a wolf. Go ahead and eat her.
Settings. Big Bad Wolf, confess that you're a go ahead and eat her.
Yes, it's your dear old grandma. Sorry about the husky voice. I've got a bit of a cold.
That's all right, Grandma. You don't look quite yourself either. In fact, what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with.
And what big arms you've got.
All the better to hug you with.
And now that I come to think about it, what big teeth you've got.
All the better to eat you with. Ah! Told you she wasn't very bright. Fell right into my trap. So, can I eat her now? Or are you going to get all squeamish on me and make me let her go? Eat Red Riding Hood. Let her go.
Pause button, check button, fast button, eat Red Riding Hood.
Oh, she was delicious. But I suppose I really should stop doing this. I mean, I can see the effects. If I'm honest with myself, I do feel rather guilty. I can do this. I can do anything I put my mind to. Yes, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to change my ways at last. From now on, I'm going on a diet. I absolutely won't eat any more than one person each day.
The end.
The end. Rewind. The end. Big Bad Wolf. Setting. Button. Back. Button. Info. Button. Double tap to select. Setting. Button. Share. Button. Checkpoint. Button. Play Store. Play Store. Button. Play Store. Info. Button. Double tap to select. Info. Button. Double tap to setting. Button. Setting. Button. Double tap to select. Home. Red Riding Hood. Double tap to open.